special guest, Big Red. I don't think he raised his hand a moment ago, but it's someone we all know. There's a friend of mine, also a former Big Red, who could not be here today, but he is here in spirit. Many of you know Jacob Clavin. He's currently in Israel continuing his spiritual education, and the next time he's on campus, I'm sure he'll be proud to see this and know that he had a part in it. So Jacob is a true embodiment of our university's motto of the international reach as he's across the seas in Israel continuing his studying. So shalom, Jacob. This is another great step in the completion of this corner of campus and a fantastic addition to the Augustine Alumni Center. Those of you like me whose odometers have rolled over to zero a time or two will join me in giving thanks today that we are not unveiling the statue of Mr. Hilltopper. Again, thanks from the Alumni Association Board of Directors. Just like yesterday was, and just like tomorrow will be, today is a great day to be a Hilltopper.
Thank you, Jay. I should recognize all of our board members, the WKU Alumni Association board members, some who've traveled in from distant places to be with us this morning. Would all of you all raise your hands and be recognized? They've been the driving force behind this, along with my predecessor, the person that made all of this possible. It wouldn't have happened, and I say this every time, it wouldn't have happened without Donald Smith, his leadership, and his tenacity. Let's recognize Donald. And up to his left, the lady that spearheaded this project with planning and design, Kara Ogden. Great job, thank you. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce someone that we all know and love. And one thing you may not know about Dr. Ransel, I do know that he has been inside the Big Red costume at least once. He may have been inside it more than once. He may go undercover. I'm not really sure. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the president of Western Kentucky University, Gary Ransdale.
All right.
That is true. At an FIU basketball game about a dozen years ago, Gary was Big Red for the entire game, and that was a terrific experience, except the crowd surfing made me a little bit nervous. And the seat next to Julie was obviously vacant, so I assumed everybody thought that Ransdale was out of town. So when Big Red came up and sat next to Julie and immediately began to eat everything she had and put her head in my mouth and did all kinds of crazy people all around were starting to mumble that Big Red's being awfully aggressive. But she was laughing because she was the only one in the arena who knew, other than the gentleman who played Big Red that year. And when we were getting dressed, he kept telling me, "Now you cannot speak, you cannot say anything. I got it. I got that suit on, and I walked right out the door up on the second level in Diddle Arena. First person I saw, "Hey, what's going on?" He kept, no, you cannot do it. Anyway, it takes me a while, but I finally got it. There are so many stories I would like to share, but before I do anything, Paula Davids. Paula, where is Paula Davids? As usual, standing in the back, unsung hero. Paula Davids has been Big Red's mother, I guess, since day one, and has been part of the entire evolution of Big Red becoming the American icon that Big Red has become. She manages all the Big Reds, and she helps with the tryouts, and she keeps the schedule. She is Big Red's mom, Paula Davids. How about that? I'm not sure about the birthing process, but you're on your own from that standpoint, Paula. A little bit about the birthing process. Many of you may remember, and I thought this is where you're going, Rick, when you said Mr. Hilltopper, but there was a Mr. Hilltopper that was here with us for one game. In 1979, Gene Cady challenged Ron Beck and me to come up with a mascot. And Hilltoppers, that was okay. So we kind of got together and came up with Mr. Topper, and he was a fella with a red tuxedo and a ruffled shirt and a top hat and a cane. And we tried to hop her out for one game, and you know when the crowd yawns when your mascot